Hello, this is VillaBraves and welcome to another episode in my Leeds United FIFA 16 career mode. So I have to start off today's episode with some bad news in the fact that I was in SHAREfactory yesterday editing or trying to edit a couple of episodes. One I'd recorded yesterday, one I'd recorded the day before. And we had some power cuts here in the Sacramento area where I live in California. And of course, when I rebooted the PS4 and went back into SHAREfactory to try and carry on from where, or to just basically start again, it wouldn't let me. It had said it had a corrupted data. SHAREfactory wouldn't work at all, so I ended up having to restore or do a recovery on the PS4. So I had to download all my game saves, delete SHAREfactory, and then reinsert, get it back on there and restart it. So I lost all of that data. So the last episode, the few of you that watch, was my 2-0 defeat away at Wigan on the day after Christmas, on Boxing Day. So the games, what I'd done was for January, I'd simmed the FA Cup game, and wouldn't you know it, when I sim it, I won 4-0. But then I played the games, all the rest of the games. So I had a 1-1 draw at home to Huddersfield. Huddersfield went in front early on in the second half with a penalty handball decision. Caballero, in fact, Caballero on the replay, Caballero got the last touch, but the goal was credited to Gary Gardner. The following game, we didn't do very well. We lost away at Preston. We then had the FA Cup fourth round where we were beaten away at Premier League Norwich. Again, we conceded pretty early on in that game and was always up against it. And then the last game we lost at home to Bournemouth 3-1, which, this was a complete disaster. Bournemouth just ripped me apart in the first half. After 30 minutes, they were 3-0 up after 30 minutes. Callum Wilson was just absolutely amazingly brilliant that day in that game. So those are the games that I had recorded, and unfortunately I obviously can't upload them now. And as you can see, we're now on the last day of January, which is the end of the transfer window, with a game against Fulham away. So with all that said, as you can imagine, my league position is pretty perilous now. As you can see, I'm now well into the relegation zone. I'm actually next to bottom. I'm actually 7 points away from 19th place now. So it really is a desperate situation. I'm quite surprised that I haven't been fired actually by now. I can't ask the board. If I go and try and ask the board for more money for my objectives, which was to challenge for promotion, I'm not going to challenge for promotion with 18 games left. I have 22 points, and I'm 25 points behind the last playoff spot. So that is just not going to happen. So the board they're not going to give me any money. As far as personnel go, let me look at this. So Taylor came to me and said he wanted to move on when I'd offered him a new contract. I think he's now since come back, says he wants to stay. I tried to offer Cook a new contract, but he refused it. Slother said he's going to be departing the club, so is Bianchi. And as you can see, I have Turnbull, Wooten, Mowat, Phillips, Taylor and Bamba, who were all out of contract at the end of this season. And my problem is I have no money. You know, I have I have a weekly wage budget of 46,000, which I'm trying to offer contracts to players that I really want to stay. Lewis Cook being one of them, but he refused it, so it's a bit of a perilous situation at the moment. And that's about where we stand. I did get I've had a couple of injuries as well. Yeah, Gary Gardner is going to be out for a few weeks. I think. Let me look. I've had various transfer offers as well, but Blackburn offered me Alex Mowatt's his valuation, but I tried to squeeze a couple of $100,000 more out of them, and of course they came back and said no, so I lost out there. So that's about where it is. Dia Garaga did go. I did sell him, but again, that money went into the wages to try and get some of the players that are out of contract. But again, you know, it's just a desperate situation at the moment. So I haven't obviously been able to buy anybody either, or get anybody in on loan, because I haven't got any money to pay for their salary, their wages. So here we are. We're at the last day of January. We have a game away at Fulham. So that's a quick summary of where I'm up to. And again, apologies for the fact that I've lost a couple of episodes, but that was beyond my control. So there we are. I think what I'll do is I'll just play this one game against Fulham now, go through the end of the transfer window, which obviously is, you know, from my point of view, there's going to be nothing really going on unless I get wonderful offers from anybody for some of my players. But and that'll be it for this episode, and hopefully I won't have the same issues as I had yesterday. So all that said, join me on the pitch for the game at Fulham, and I'm going to revert back to the co-op camera. I love playing on the broadcast camera. I like the reality. It's like watching it on the TV, obviously. But I'm going to go back to the co-op camera just to see if it will help me to be able to see a bit more of the pitch and maybe pick out some better moves, better passing. I'm desperate now for anything that's going to help me get out of the situation I'm in. So anyway, I'll see you on the pitch very shortly. So welcome to today's game, last day of January, the closing of the transfer window. Leeds United are away at Fulham. Leeds on a completely disastrous run of results lately. Seen them plummet to 23rd in the table, in the relegation zone, and this again is going to be another tall order now, as we see Fulham up there in 8th place, and they're challenging for promotion. And again, Leeds now the lowest scoring team again. Same situation as last season. And Leeds have had to make a few changes today due to the poor fitness levels of some of the players. See the Fulham lineup. Leeds will get us underway. So Leeds kick us off. Bianchi looks for Ambrose. Ambrose has some pace, can get forward. He's been forced wide, has to check back. Swings the ball over. There's Bianchi, but can't control it. Here comes Fulham now. Oh, the ball's put back, and that's a great save by Silvestri. Shot there from Manichabi. Still not clear, and there's another wonderful save from SHAREfactory, having to tip it over the bar again. Could probably have let that one go actually. Leeds struggling to get it clear, and Burn takes advantage, and once again Leeds United's defence just cannot clear the ball, and the opposition take full advantage, and Fulham in the lead in the 13th minute. Phillips looking for the run. There's a shot. Oh, Wooten, the fullback, got forward, but that was a fullback shot. Ambrose. Ambrose has pace. Ambrose still going now. Gets into the penalty area. Pulls it across the box. Oh, and that should have been put in. Bianchi couldn't reach it. Bianchi plays the ball through again. Wood slow off the mark and slow to react. So we have 3 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half. Leeds haven't really created anything. There goes the whistle for half time, so Fulham in control, leading by a goal to nil. Burn taking advantage in the 13th minute with poor Leeds defending again. So at half time it's Fulham 1, Leeds United 0. So welcome back as Fulham get us back underway in the second half. Wood, but he's offside. Nice finish, but offside. Yeah, just went a yard too early. Here come Fulham again though. Pringle now. Oh, that's a great turn, but SHAREfactory stands firm. Here come Fulham again now. Woodrow crosses in. Oh, and that's looped up off the and come off the bar. I think that would have been an own goal. Lucky escape for Leeds. So we have 2 minutes of added on time. Can Leeds find an equaliser? Or is it going to be yet another defeat? Leeds need to get the ball into the area quickly. There we now. And there's the ball through. And Phillips is in. And Phillips has completely scuffed that with the last kick of the game. Great opportunity to equalise there, but the final whistle goes. And it's yet another defeat for Leeds United. We go down by a score of 1-0 here at Fulham. Burns' goal back in the 13th minute, the difference between the sides. And Leeds simply cannot put any results together. The confidence looks absolutely shot to pieces. So it's all over here. It's Fulham 1, Leeds United 0. So the match stats really say it all. You know, Leeds 4 shots, none on target, 41% possession. It's just not happening for Leeds, and they're in dire straits now. So no change in the table, as Leeds remain in 23rd position with a paltry 22 points from 29 games, still only 4 wins. So we're now heading to the last day of the transfer window, and that will conclude this episode. Okay, so the transfer window is now concluded. We sold Wooten, the right back. That was the only activity on the last day of the transfer window. And now we look forward to the next game and the next episode, which is going to be at home to Middlesbrough. It's another hard game for Leeds, but this is VillaBraves, and thank you for watching.